we support ourselves, when we support our body, we're going to be supporting our body systems so that they take care of ourselves. And again, this is why always we come back to wellness lifestyle, prevention, holistic living. Sound good? Does it make sense? Right? So with that, then let's look at the 3 solutions we're going to talk about today. There actually are more, but these are really some of the biggies. And so let's go. I'm going to be, because the information, there's a lot of information, and I wanted you guys to be able to easily see it and maybe even take screenshots if it's something you want, or jot down notes. I decided to do more of a PowerPoint. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to screen share. Presentation mode.
Here.
You got it?
Yeah, so it stops. Sorry, my computer is old.
Yeah, and I just love this, for healthy, empowered living. I think the more we know and realize what we can do, the more empowered we feel, and the more we feel confident in taking care of ourselves. So, you know what? We did not start the recording.
I did.
You did? Oh, good. I always forget. I get so excited, you guys. It's like, okay. So the intention of this class is to look at 3 simple ways to support your immune system, teach you the best natural solutions to creating amazing health and well-being, show you how to start using them in your home, because we believe, knowledge is power. You hear that a lot, but knowledge plus action is what's transformational. And so you can learn all day long, but if you don't have the tools in your home to actually start using them, what change is going to happen? Right. And then we invite you to work with me if you love what I'm doing now and think that you would enjoy it too. I shared a little bit about my personal journey as far as a practitioner. But as far as our essential oil journey, that was really kind of by accident. And you want to, a brief version?
A brief version.
Like, how many of you, were looking to use essential oils before you started using them? Virginia, did you have any idea?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Nothing, none whatsoever. Not until I started at the studio and Nancy, something happened to me and she said, here, use this. And I said, oh, okay. And it worked.
Right. And I always thought essential oils were just something, smell nice, like, change the smell of your house, not to use for my health. And so what happened, Joel?
Well, I'm very open-minded. And so one day we were at the gym and somebody was setting up a table to demonstrate something. And, I was like, okay, let's check this out. Maybe it's something useful, something good. Definitely was always looking for things because I'm an entrepreneur addict or something. But anyway, so we went back and checked it out. And surprisingly enough, it was really not so much about oils as it was about the company Doterra. And I just felt like this was something we needed to learn more about. So it took us about, 3 or 4 months of being pounded by the lady.
I was very skeptical.
To show up at a demonstration, a real demonstration. And once we found out what it was all about in terms of the health benefits, we tried them for a little while and Faye just fell in love with it. And, we just realized this was something we couldn't keep to ourselves. We had to make more out of it than we were at the time. And that's why we ended up, that was 10 years ago. So excuse me if it sounds like I don't remember, because I don't. But it was about 10 years ago that we found it. We've been using it ever since.
Yeah, well, I always say the oils found us. And we're going to share a little bit through this presentation of what I saw as the differences between these products and others on the market, and also what they did for us. And from that, being a nutritionist and a holistic health coach and teaching for over 20 years at the college level, my personal integrity means a lot to me. And so I had to really check these out and try these before I would just say, oh yeah. But once I did, it was amazing. It was amazing. And so that's what we want to help you guys, whether you're new, learn about these, or if you've been using oils for a while, continue to explore new ways that you can use these.
And the part about it just makes sense was obviously we're in the natural health. Well, Faye was definitely doing it, teaching it.
Yeah.
And when I left the industry I was working in, I wanted to do something with her in wellness. And we knew we wanted some sort of products. We just didn't realize it was going to be doTERRA, and it just worked out. Sometimes things just happen, they work out the way you don't expect, but they work out better than you expect.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I want you to just think, why does natural living matter to you? Right? Don't need to answer it. But as we go through this, think about ways that this can be incorporated, or if questions come up, jot them down so that we can maybe address them at the end. What does natural living mean to you? What's a wellness lifestyle? And why does that matter? So, 3 simple ways. Number 1, nutrition. Oh my gosh. I would teach a whole course on nutrition. So for me to put it into 5 or 10 minutes, is very difficult. But let me just break it down really simply, and then I am more than happy to talk to anybody individually. Number 1, drink lots of water. We all need to be consuming at least half our body weight in ounces of water. And I'm talking about water, not sugary beverages, not caffeinated beverages, but water, okay? And it helps, all of our chemical processes are performed in water. Water helps to flush out toxins from our bodies, helps to carry nutrients. Our blood is, mostly water. It is so important to stay hydrated. And basically, eat a whole plant-based fresh food diet. Whole grains, fruits, veggies, legumes, nuts and seeds to provide the nutrients that your body and immune system needs. And to help, there are some specific foods that I'm going to highlight, but please, it's really just a matter of eating lots of veggies and fruits. Epidemiological studies have shown that populations that consume 9 to 12 servings of mostly vegetables with fruits have the lowest rates of disease. And so foods that support the immune system, blueberries, any kind of berries, are powerful antioxidants. They help to protect against respiratory infections. Dark chocolate, you guys have an excuse now, protects against free radical damage. Turmeric is powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. Omega-3 fatty acids regulates your immune system. So really important. Veggies like broccoli, sweet potatoes, spinach, any of your green leafy vegetables provides lots of vitamins like vitamin C, also phytonutrients that are important for supporting your immune system. Ginger, anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Garlic and onion, powerful immune booster. Green tea also strengthens the immune system. Nuts and seeds provide vitamin E and omega-3s, which are needed for our immune system. And citrus, as well as like peppers and other high vitamin C foods like berries. Again, vitamin C, which is really important for our immune system. And foods that we want to avoid, sugar. Did you know, here's a little side note, when you take in sugar, it weakens the immune system for about 5 hours after you consume sugar. So it has a huge impact. Fried foods have a high amount of free radicals, which can damage our immune system as well as our genetic material. So we want to avoid that. Processed foods are usually calorie dense and very little nutrients. So we want to limit that. Alcohol also depresses the immune system. Caffeine in larger amounts can depress the immune system. And then, of course, any kind of sugary beverages. So that's just a brief synopsis of how to support your immune system through diet. The other part of diet is, here's a nice, screenshot if you want, just as a reminder. And think in terms of eating a rainbow diet. All the different colors. Now, as much as I recommend a whole food diet, I also know challenges that exist with getting all the nutrients we need. It would be nice if we could keep eating and eating and eating until we, like, some kind of bell goes off, ding, 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 you've gotten all your vitamins you need, all your minerals you need. But we don't. We have to work within the amount of calories that our bodies need. And so, let's see. Let's make sure everyone's muted at this point. Thank you. And so, often it's hard to get all the nutrients we need because we're just not expending as much energy as we used to. 2, we're under a lot more stress, which uses up a lot of nutrients. And 3, our food just is not as high quality as it used to be. It's not grown the same way. It doesn't have the same nutrient-rich soil. It's often stored for a long time, so it loses nutrient value. And so I always recommend a high-quality supplement. And doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Supplement Pack really puts it all together so nicely. What people notice is more energy, reduced pain and inflammation, helps balance mood and hormones, improves cognitive functioning, fortifies the immune system, and nice side benefits: stronger, thicker hair, better skin, stronger nails, because it's giving you foundational support on a cellular level. And it's 3 different bottles because a high quality supplement, you can't get everything in one bottle. And so you have your vitamins and minerals in a complex, a food complex, so that you actually absorb it. So instead of having like high concentration in vitamins and minerals and you're peeing most of it out because you're not absorbing it, with this, you don't need high concentrations, but it's highly absorbable and bioavailable. And so you're getting the benefit with all that, without all that extra. And you're getting, gosh, it's like 12 servings of fruits and vegetables in every nutrient pack. That's how cool this is. Your omegas to help regulate your immune system for brain function, heart function, and immune function. And then your 3rd bottle, Alpha CRX, is powerful botanicals that are antioxidants to protect your genetic material and your cell membrane, plus nutrients that support energy production. So instead of having like caffeine or herbal supplements that give you more energy, what this is doing is supporting your mitochondria to actually work more efficiently and reproduce in numbers. So you have more real energy, and it's sustained energy, not this like high and then you crash and high and then you crash all day long. That was one of the biggest things that I noticed. Even me being a nutritionist, being pretty conscientious about my diet, I still would have that afternoon slump. And by evening time, it would be hard for me to concentrate or focus. When I started taking these, I no longer needed my power naps, and I could go all day and function from early morning all through the night until bedtime at like 11 or 12 at night. I was really impressed. And that's the feedback I get from so many people, is the energy and the pain reduction and mood. So we have that going on. And then the last thing with diet is gut health. Now, it's really too much to go into with this, but I really wanted to emphasize the importance of gut health. And next month, that's actually our topic, where we're going to do a deep dive into gut health. So mark your calendars, February 16th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, okay? And we will make sure, if you send me a message that you're interested, I will definitely make sure you get the link so that you can register. But why is it so important when it comes to the immune system? 80% of your immune system basically lies inside your small intestines. Your microbiome is a balance, which is your bacteria and viruses and fungi that live in your gut. You have a balance between good and bad, so to speak. And maintaining that balance is crucial for your immune system. I don't know if you know this, but your bacteria and the microbiome in your intestine has been, it was starting to be primed before you were even born, and starting to recognize what is friendly and what's an enemy. And your your bacteria in there has a lot to do with the response your immune system has. And there's a lot of things that get the wrong type of bacteria in your gut and negatively affect your immune system. Poor diet, antibiotic use, alcohol consumption, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like Tylenol and aspirin actually affects the bacteria.
Ibuprofen.
Yes. Surgeries, heavy metal, GMOs, pesticides, all of these things can damage the microbiome and reduce immune function. And so being able to support it, one, by changing lifestyle, but also by using, I'm going to just highlight these two main products. There are other things that we use, but our probiotics called PB Assist is amazing. It's double enteric coated and time released. See, the problem with probiotics out there is that most of the bacteria is killed once it gets into your stomach. The hydrochloric acid kills off most of the bacteria. So what do manufacturers do? They just put in a high amount of bacteria and hope some of it's going to get to your intestine. Well, what Doterra did was protect the bacteria, so it doesn't have to be a high dose. Protect the bacteria, there's 7 different strains, protect it from the stomach acid so it gets to your intestine. Now, the other thing, though, why it's time released is there's some bacteria that needs to go to your upper GI and some that needs to go to your lower intestine. And this is where the time release comes in. So they're wonderful. I highly recommend these. And then the other thing is our digestive enzymes to make sure that you're digesting your food properly and it's getting absorbed. Because the other thing that can happen is what's called leaky gut, is when your bacteria has gotten destroyed, you start to develop little holes in your intestine. Think of like the bacteria's glue to keep your cells together. And larger food particles will actually cross the intestinal wall and go into the system. And your immune system resides right on the other side of the intestinal wall. And if these larger food chains go across, your immune system is going to recognize it as the enemy and start to mobilize. And this is where a lot of like problems with autoimmune disease comes in, but even just like overactive immune system. And so again, properly digesting your food can help avoid some of that. Having the right bacteria in your gut can also help with that. And so I'm just highlighting these two, but next month we're going to go into a lot more detail. Okay. Now, stress. Somebody had asked about stress. Mina, why do we need to focus on stress? Well, first of all, it's estimated that people are living in stress 70% or more of the day, every day. We are living in chronic stress. Why is that an issue? Because our immune system's ability to protect us is dramatically reduced when we are in stress. The stress chemicals, particularly cortisol, actually depresses the immune system. And
can you say that again?
Cortisol, which is produced, it's a normal reaction with stress, dramatically reduces our immune system's ability. And so it's so important. Now, this isn't actually, Joel, what you were supposed to put. Not that stress can lead to addictions per se, but the other reason why stress is a problem is we often resort to coping strategies that also depress the immune system. Like maybe not the best food choices. Often we reach for comfort foods when we're stressed. Processed foods, high sugar foods, or fried foods, alcohol, smoking, and these things again negatively impact the immune system.
Right, so it's almost like a double whammy.
Yes,
you're stressed, so your immune system's depressed, and then you go and do stuff to deal with your stress that's not good for you, and it further impacts the immune system. Yes. So it's no wonder people can't protect themselves against viruses.
Yes,
duh.
Exactly. Now again, we have a whole online event that addresses stress because that's how important it is, and it will actually be in March. So now you have February's event is gut health, and March's event is stress. So mark your calendars.
I think I did it.
But in
what day in March?
Huh?
What day in March?
Wednesday.
It'll be the third Wednesday.
Right. It's the 16th.
Oh, thank you.
It's the 16th
No,
of
that's
March.
February.
They're both
Oh,
the
they're
16th.
both on the 16th.
Yep, yeah.
So in the meantime,
thank you.
though, here are a few blends that work really well for managing stress. Serenity is our calming blend. Citrus Bliss, I call my happy oil. Elevation, unfortunately, we have to update this. I would substitute this with Adaptive. Elevation is no longer available.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, sorry.
But Adaptive is
Oh
wonderful.
no.
And then
Is there a way we can make that?
Elevation?
Elevation?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually using that one right now.
That's funny. Yeah, there's probably a blend.
So,
Well, don't use too much.
Yeah, I can give you some substitutions. But Adaptive is one, and
There's probably a way to make it.
Yeah. And then Balance is our grounding blend. And these are oils that I recommend using every single day. We are bombarded with stress constantly.
So if you look at this graphic, you can see if where you're at on the spectrum. If you're dealing with fatigue, if you're dealing with peace, no peace, I mean, if you're dealing with being stressed, then this helps you kind of get an idea of which way to go.
Yeah, so the idea is to kind of see where you're at on the grid, and your goal is to get centered.
Yeah.
So you use each of these to help bring you into centeredness. Now, essential oils.
Okay.
Why? No, not yet. Not yet.
It's not my turn yet.
It's not your turn. So, fortunately, we have tools that also help us deal with our immune system as well as some of these other things, right? I love using these because they provide a quick response. They also enhance and support our other lifestyle choices like nutrition and exercise and sleep, and also helps with many of the other problems that we're dealing with, like stress and anxiety, insomnia, pain, all these things that can negatively impact our immune system. So now.
Okay. So essential oils are natural, safe, and effective, as some of you know. Now, they're naturally occurring compounds, right? They're distilled from plants, and they provide health benefits without the side effects of many medications. As a matter of fact, we like to think that we have side benefits from the oils. And one oil can contain dozens or even hundreds of naturally occurring compounds and constituents that allow it to provide many benefits. That's why one oil can be used for many different things often.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's take peppermint, for instance, one of my favorites. This one oil can be used hundreds of ways. Headaches, stomach aches, backaches, pain, inflammation, all sorts of things.
Right.
It boosts alertness and focus. It can even help with reducing fevers and hot flashes.
Right. So it's wonderful if you happen to get sick, you can use it to reduce fever as well as help to open up your sinuses.
And oils are cost effective. Now, this is something that escapes people because they look at a bottle of Doterra and they go, oh, $30 or whatever it is. And they go, that's expensive. But if you break it down in terms of drops, it's really quite inexpensive. And when you consider how potent our oils are, it only takes a drop or two, sometimes 3 or 4, to have the desired effect. And even if it took half a bottle, it's well worth it because it's all natural.
But you would never use half a bottle at one time.
Over time.
So for instance,
not at once,
right,
over time.
Exactly. For instance, earache, ear pain. You can use tea tree or melaleuca and lavender, 1 drop of each behind the ear, another drop of each behind the other ear. So 16 and 16.32 cents is one application for ear infection.
Exactly. If you had to do it for 2 days, big deal.
Right.
60 cents.
Right. Think about the cost of going to the doctor, the time spent, and the cost of the medication, right? We're here for 32 cents for the earache and the copay. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So just did it, right? Tea tree is wonderful. It's natural antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral, but it's very gentle and safe. I don't know if any of you have used tea tree before. I used to buy tea tree from Trader Joe's all the time, and it was so harsh, but I just thought, oh, it's strong, right? But then I started using Doterra Tea Tree Oil. It's so mild as far as like feeling of it when inhaling or putting on topically, and you can even take it internally. It's so different than what's out on the market. So this is definitely one you want to have in your toolbox.
Yes, doTERRA stands out in the crowd because why? Because purity and potency are what matter when choosing essential oils. This is so important. Can't let this go by you. So doTERRA created what's called certified pure tested grade, and to guarantee the purity and the potency. And we gotta love them for wanting to care so much about the health of their customers. They wanted to make sure that they could back up every bottle of essential oil that was put
Well,
out there.
their goal is really to integrate this into medicine, which they
Right.
have achieved, right?
Right.
And so, yeah.
Purity, yeah. So purity means that an oil has not been adulterated with synthetic agents or contaminated by chemicals, and you don't know what's in all the stuff that's out there these days. So
80 to
it's really
90%
important.
of what's on the market is either adulterated, diluted, mixed with a different oil, or synthetics added to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And oftentimes that situation can actually cause harm as opposed to healing.
Yeah.
So potency means that an oil has an ideal balance of chemical constituents because the plant it comes from were grown or came from were grown and harvested in ways that produce optimal plant chemistry. So again, what we're dealing with here is chemistry, y'all. But even though we're not going to get into it, it's the chemistry of the plant, right? And the chemistry of our own internal bodies and how that interaction takes place.
Right. And that determines efficacy.
Yeah.
The structure of the essential oil determines its function in the body. And take something like lavender, which is so common. We use it all the time, right? It has over 200 different components or constituents. doTERRA makes sure every component is there because the philosophy is synergy between all the products, all the constituents, where a lot of other companies is like, oh, smells like lavender? Okay, good. We can put it out there. Or if it doesn't smell like lavender, we'll add synthetics and no one will know.
Right. Speaking of lavender,
That's right.
it's a commonly adulterated oil. Yeah.
Right. Oh, and one last thing. So we know purity is important, potency or the efficacy, the chemical composition, and then consistency from batch to batch. And this is the other thing that you might get another brand and it works one time, but then you try it again and it doesn't work because there is no consistency. doTERRA now, especially their lavender was the first one to be tested for this, is now pharmaceutical grade because the variance between batches is so small that it falls within pharmaceutical grade. This is huge, you guys. That means you can count on each batch working the same in your body. This is great for sleep, for stress, for anxious feelings. All these things are so important to support your immune system.
And it's getting us to the place where these oils are now becoming recognized for their efficacy by the standard or status quo or the medical industry. And that's huge.
3 ways to use oils. Aromatic is the first one, right? The aroma of essential oil can have an immediate effect on your body and brain. Just by inhaling it, for instance, this is Japanese peppermint. Take 1 drop, it's a little thicker. Rub it, you're making your own personal diffuser. When you inhale it, it's going right into your olfactory system and directly into your limbic brain. And this is affecting your central nervous system, your mood, your stress response. Think about it. When you peeled an orange, right? You smell the oil from that rind. For most people, it actually is very pleasant and a happy smell. It's the same when you put wild orange or that citrus bliss into your diffuser. And this is a tool, a must-have. It's one of the easiest ways to just get the oils directly into your system. So for immune support, is a very important one. It opens up airways and promotes easy breathing. It's supporting the respiratory system. It's also very good for calming breathing spasms. For individuals with allergies or asthma, it can be very effective. For topical use, the tiny particles absorb very quickly into the skin and go directly into the cell. And many oils can go undiluted directly onto your skin. Diluting it with a carrier oil does not affect the potency, but actually helps to drive the oils deeper into the system and get it into the cells. We use fractionated coconut oil because it has medium chain fatty acids, which are absorbed very quickly into our system. So what things might you use an oil topically for? Any kind of pain or inflammation. Deep Blue is our soothing blend and great for sore muscles and joints, can help for arthritis, any kind of joint issue, but is really good also for pre and post workout. And then using the oils internally aren't just for any essential oil. Remember, your oils need to be both pure and potent. And so this is where doTERRA shines and why it is safe to take most of these oils internally. You'll know by supplemental fact on the bottle. Plus, we do have charts. So a true essential oil can be used internally in moderation. The reason why so much of what's on the market, and if you happen to have some essential oils from another brand at home, you can check yourself. It usually says external use only, not for internal use, heavily dilute before putting it on topically. They're not guaranteeing what's in the oil, even though on the bottle, it might say 100% pure oil. Yes, there's unfortunately a lot of unscrupulous practice out there when it comes to the essential oil industry. So just a couple of drops added to an empty veggie capsule is a great way to get the oils in you internally. And this is a great way to support the immune system. I'll share a couple of the oils that we like to mix together in a veggie cap. You can also, I have lemon in my water, which is great for gentle detoxing, as well as we have soft gels with oils already in the soft gels. So a great oil to use internally to support your immune system is On Guard, our On Guard blend. It can be used on a daily basis. I put a drop, 1 to 2 drops in about 2 to 3 ounces of water, and it's my immune shot, right? I was going to call it something else, but I'll just down it every night before bed. And it helps to fight all those little environmental threats that are out there. On Guard is also great in the diffuser to clean the air. You can mix it with lemon in your diffuser, and it's a great cleansing combination. But so that On Guard can be used actually all 3 ways: internally, topically on the bottom of your feet, and in your diffuser. And that's on a daily basis. So we've talked about these already: Breathe and peppermint for airways, lavender for sleep and calming, tea tree for antiseptic, Deep Blue for pain and joint inflammation, On Guard for supporting your immune system. There's a few others. We cannot leave out the king of oils, frankincense. This promotes cellular and DNA health. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It helps all the other oils work better and helps balance hormones and helps reduce pain. It's, when in doubt, use frankincense. Yeah. So it's a must-have in the house.
Especially for immune system issues, because it literally can cause cells that shouldn't be alive to die. And it really supports and helps the immune system function optimally.
Yes. Digestive blend will support your gut health. Also, will help with any kind of nausea when you are feeling sick. Also helps relieve gas and bloating. So again, it's one of those oils you want to have on hand. And if you need to support your gut health, it can be used on a daily basis. And then lemon. Body detox, a gentle cleanse. Use it in your water every day. I always recommend first thing in the morning, take about 16 ounces of water, put 2 drops of lemon, and drink it. It's going to activate your lymph system and your liver to help detox your system from that nighttime cleansing that's going on while you're sleeping. It also is great for a positive mood and is a natural cleaner for your home, so you can get rid of a lot of the chemicals that you're using.
And I just want to let everybody know that we are going to be sending out a recording of this to everyone so that you can, bounce around and to remember things. You don't have to try to record or keep track of everything right now if it's becoming difficult.
And then another immune powerhouse, oregano. Oregano and melaleuca together are wonderful for dealing with bacteria. It's like a 1-2 punch. The melaleuca strips away the biofilm that's protecting the bacteria, and then the oregano comes in and pokes little holes in the membrane of the bacteria and causes it to break open and die. So it's oregano we use for the immune system regularly. Also it helps with respiratory function, and it's a powerful antioxidant. So when it comes to creating a protocol, if you're starting to feel sick or you happen to get sick, oregano is always included along with frankincense, lemon, On Guard, and Melaleuca.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take that in a veggie cap and take it every few hours. Now, you guys asked about stress. This is
Stress buster.
Yeah, this and the adaptive capsules work so well together for calming the immune system. It's just a wonderful thing. The oil boosts the mood immediately because you're inhaling it, goes up into the limbic brain, and the adaptive capsules actually work on helping to repair and reset the central nervous system, your stress response. And then Copaiba or Copaiba is similar but better than CBD. It works directly on the cannabinoid system in your body. So it supports cardiovascular health, immune health, digestive health, it's brain health. It's when you take it internally, it's providing direct support to your immune system and antioxidant benefits. It's also very calming. So again, what I love to do every day, a drop of frankincense and a drop of Copaiba directly under my tongue every day to just provide that support. And then balance, that grounding blend. You want to use it every day, bottom of your feet. I also like to use it at night on the back of my neck, along with Serenity or Lavender for sleep. It's very calming, just brings a sense of harmony and peace. Now there's a few other On Guard products we want to highlight. The Chewable Tablets are a fairly new product. Wonderful for supporting a healthy immune system because it's formulated with vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and beta-glucan. And so they're convenient. They're chewable. You can take 3 a day. It's what's recommended for maintenance and support. And if you're feeling sick or you've gotten sick, you can actually take them more often because you'll want to up that vitamin C and D and zinc intake. Yep. And then remember we talked about that On Guard blend. Well, the On Guard Plus not only has the On Guard blend in it, which is highly effective, but combines it with oregano and black pepper and melissa. That's lemon balm, is melissa. And these are powerful, powerful antiviral and antibacterial support for your body. When I'm starting to feel maybe a little run down or I've been exposed or around people that are sick, I'll pop 2 of these before I go to bed along with my supplements, and I wake up feeling fine. If I'm still feeling a little run down, I'll take 2 more and I'm usually fine and I don't get sick. If you happen to end up being sick, start taking these right away. 2 capsules about every 3 to 4 hours, and it will help you shorten the duration. And then I don't leave home without the On Guard hand sanitizing spray. Some people like to make sure they don't leave home without their American Express, but this On Guard spray is gold to me. In fact, I used it all day today. I had to go to a couple of banks and be touching that ATM. Who knows who touched it? Shopping. I had to go to the grocery store. I just carried my On Guard spray, rubbed it in. I didn't worry, right? And the reason why I like this instead of the other hand sanitizers that are out there, those other hand sanitizers contain, unfortunately, carcinogens, chemicals that cause cancer. So here you're trying to protect yourself, but you're putting like the chemicals in that aren't good for your system. Where here it's just the On Guard blend. It does have alcohol in it so that it ups the sanitizing benefits, and has apple extract to help with moisturizing so your hands don't get dried out. Have one in your purse, have one in the car, keep one at home. You can never have too many in your gym bag. Yep. And then, we just want to emphasize like why women and families are turning to Doterra, and just see if any of these resonate with you. We're not going to read through all of it, but most of the time, people want a more natural approach, and they don't want the side effects from the medications that are out there. Or maybe they've been taking medications but not getting the results that they want. And also, usually people come to us and to Doterra because they want more control. They want to feel empowered over their healthcare and learn how to support their bodies naturally. So if any of these resonate with you, know you are in the right place and you are not alone. Now that we've done this, what's the best way to get them into your home? All this information is great, but if you can't apply it, what's the point?
So
So
remember the goals and the values you shared at the beginning of this class? Here's how to get there.
yeah,
Choose which starter kit meets your goals. We've laid out 2 here, and
yeah,
we think that hopefully these are really great for the immune system. We know that they are.
yes.
Go
This kit
ahead.
contains all the oils we talked about actually today, plus a diffuser. So you get those stress oils, plus all the other oils that support digestive system, respiratory system, your immune system, sleep, peppermint. So this is a really great kit to get started with. You're actually, when you get this, you have a membership and you're receiving 25% off of retail pricing.
For 12 months.
Yes. Now the other nice little starter kit is called the Healthy Start Kit, and you're getting all the oils we talked about, but not any of the stress oils. So it's a great starter kit, but then you can always add on anything you want, or you can, in the months to come, start adding on those oils that you want.
Yeah.
And again, it comes with that diffuser. That's really important. So once you have your membership, then think of this as like your wellness subscription. And every month you have the opportunity to add to your collection of wellness products and also be able to get reward points and free products through this loyalty reward program. It's like, your monthly wellness box that comes. It's better than Christmas every month. It's like, oh, our order has come, right? And so if you're ready to get started, we have 2 enrollment incentives. One is a free 30-minute private consultation with me. Actually 2. I'm going to throw in 2. One, before you get started to make sure you're getting the right products for yourself. And then another one when your oils arrive. We'll go over the oils and create a routine for you. And then also learn how to navigate the resources that we have. And then the second incentive is once you enroll and you sign up for the Loyalty Rewards Program, we have a beautiful reference book that has over 600 different ailments and what oils to use. You can learn about your oils and the supplements, as well as lots of different protocols to help you with your health issues. Everything is 100%. 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk on your part. And for those of you that already have a membership, we just wanted to remind you that there is the Immunity Wellness Program. This is a 90-day program where you're getting targeted products to support your immune system. And it's great. You just set it up in your shopping cart, and each month you'll get month number 1, you get kit number 1, second month, kit number 2, third month, kit number 3. Plus, you have the benefit of adding on some of the things we talked about at a 25% discount. For those of you that are interested in learning more about this, again, I'm available to help you to see if this would be a good fit for you. So here's what you need to do. Talk to the person who invited you to this webinar. Type in which kit you want to get started with in the chat box, and I'll contact you to help you place your order. If you place your order in the next day or 2, you will have it by the beginning of next week. That's pretty cool, right? And if you have any questions, again, just message me and I'll be happy to help you. So again, the 2 kits to get started with, the Home Essentials or the Healthy Start Kit. There are other options as well, and that's where, again, I can guide you. And now, oops.
Now we're going to give away something.
Yeah, how can we
stop screen share?
Oh, there. We're going to come back to you so that we can answer your questions as well as answer.
Okay, think about your questions if you have any in the meantime. We're going to pick a winner.
A lucky person is going to receive an On Guard Touch roller blend. So the On Guard Touch is already mixed with fractionated coconut oil, and it comes in a roller bottle. So it makes it really convenient. I carry this in my purse, and before I put my mask on, I actually will swipe some under my nose for added protection. It's also great for putting on the back of your neck. If I'm having any sinus issues, I can put it along my sinuses. And it's good for children as well because it's pre-diluted. So who is going to get this?
Consider it a bottle of protection.
Oh, and ooh, suspense. I want to throw in, this is handmade in Kenya from one of our co-impact sourcing partners, and it's a bottle holder, and you can put it on your keychain or hook it to your purse. So I thought it would be a nice
addition. That's so cool, right? It holds the bottle.
Yep. Okay, so who's going to win this?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Janice.
Janice Houston?
Yeah, Janice
All right.
Houston.
There you go, Janice. Congratulations. Everybody give her a hand.
Thank you so much. Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah, there you go.